Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Movie Social. We're your hosts, Rick and Steph.
What up, what up, what up?
It's that time of the week again where we hop in our top time machine and go back in time for another Throwback Thursday. And this week, we're bringing you Jawbreaker. Not the candy, guys. Yes, it's related to the candy, but we're not talking about the candy. We're talking about the movie here. Which is centered around a group of high school girls, the popular bunch, like always, that tried to play a prank on their friend.
On her birthday, folks.
Yeah, on her birthday, yep. Tried to pretend like they're kidnapping her, stuff a jawbreaker in her mouth, put tape over her mouth, and then stuff her in a trunk, and then drive like a maniac. When they get to the destination that they were going, they found out she has died in the trunk. Now, mind you, these are supposed to be her friends. First of all, that jawbreaker is huge. I'm still trying to figure out how it really got lodged in her throat and literally sticking out like that. I'm gonna need a doctor to fully explain in detail about that part, please, if you're watching. But not only did they leave her in the trunk to try to figure out what they should do, they wound up going to school still while she's still in the trunk. Pretend like they're going about their normal day for the most part, because her parents are away. They won't return until I think that later on that night or the next day. They decide to take her and put her back in the room to pretend like they never were there and pretend like she had a wild night with somebody who took it too far and killed her. Which I'm like, really? That's what you're going to do? And things get complicated because the friends were supposed to get her homework to take it home to make it pretend like everything was still going good and that they would have discovered her and all that good stuff, you know. But it turns out one of the teachers already sent her work home with the least popular child in school. They beat the kid home, put the body in there, but instead of just putting her in there and leaving, rushing right out, they linger, talk, get loud and all that, try to set too much detail into it. And the girl winds up getting into the house after hearing them scream. And here's everything. Of course, they eventually corner her, convince her to not say anything, and they'll take her under their wing, her becoming popular. They did a great transformation job, but in the process, one of the friends gets kicked out because she doesn't want to go along with it. She wants to tell the cops. She wants to be the right one. And of course, we know how this plays out down the line. Things keep getting worse and worse for them as the line goes on. A few other people get arrested. Somebody else gets hurt. Eventually, in the end, though, does get caught. The truth comes out. Like always, like they say, the truth shall set you free. But winds up getting caught eventually. And basically, that's it. I mean, there's a bit more into it. I'm not going to bore you with the boring parts of the movie. But you should definitely check it out if you have never watched it. It's good to watch something for a little bit of nostalgia. It's Throwback Thursday. Take Thursdays now and start watching a throwback movie each week. Especially for you younger generation folks who might not have seen a lot of these movies from the late 90s and early 2000s. Definitely check them out now because they're still worth it. Some of them, I personally think, are a lot better than movies of today.
Some movies are.
And especially for the lack of technology back then, some of them have gotten away with some great technology in the movie. Well, let us know what you thought about this movie in the comments below. If you've watched it before, would you watch it again? Would you want to see a remake of this? Because I can spin this a few ways. Black cast, poor high school, any kind of way. Rich high school, any kind of way. There's a few ways to spin this. You can even make it a sequel to this with their kids being kids. Anything like that. Well, that's all for today. Till next time.